Good evening, students. Today let me learn about compounds of hydrogen. Water is the one of the compound of hydrogen. Water is the one of the most abundant compounds of hydrogen, and the Earth's surface contains approximately 70% of ocean, which is the major source of water. Ocean is the major source of water. Earth's surface contains approximately 70% of the ocean. Sea water contains many dissolved salt, hence it cannot be used directly. Sea water we cannot use directly in drinking purpose because it is salty taste. Water is essential for all living things, and our body contains 65% of water. So water molecular formula H2O, 2 hydrogen atom and 1 oxygen atom. Okay, see the structure of water. Hydrogen, same atom. The oxygen is a different atom. Okay, 2 hydrogen atom and 1 oxygen atom. So the bond angle is 104.5 degree Celsius. Next, let me learn physical properties of water. We know water is colorless and a volatile liquid. That means it is vaporized, evaporate. The peculiar properties of water in the condensed phase are due to the presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding between water molecule. So water is a volatile liquid. It can evaporate. Then that evaporated gaseous molecule condensed, again we will get the water. Okay, so condensed phase, how it will produce the vapor? No, it is presence of intermolecular hydrogen between water molecule. Hydrogen bonding is responsible for high melting and boiling points of water. Two properties of water is boiling point and melting point. Okay, now you can see the tabular column. H2O, water. D2O, deuterium oxide, heavy. Tritium oxide, T2O. So the molecular weight of H2O is 18.015. The molecular weight of D2O, deuterium oxide, is 22.028. The molecular weight of tritium oxide, T2O, is 22.0312. Melting point of water 273 Kelvin. That means 0 degree Celsius. D2O 276.8 Kelvin. T2O 277.5. Boiling point water we know 100 degree Celsius. In Kelvin 373. D2O 374.4 Kelvin. Boiling point T2O 374.5. Temperature of maximum density. Density of water 277. Density of heavy water 284. T2O 286.4. Maximum density gram per centimeter cube equal to water is maximum density 1. D2O 1.106. T2O 1.215. Vapor pressure density. Water density 0.997. D2O 1.104. T2O 1.214. Vapor pressure millimeter mercury. Vapor pressure of water is 23.75. D2O is 20.51. T2O is 19.80. Viscosity. Water viscosity 0.890. D2O viscosity 1.107. T2O no viscosity. Dielectric constant water is 78.39. D2O dielectric constant is 78.06. T2O doesn't have dielectric constant. Enthalpy formation kilojoule per mole. H2O minus 285.9, that is exothermic. D2 also exothermic minus 294.6. Enthalpy of vaporization, evaporation, water 40.66, D2O 41.61. All these values at 298 Kelvin. Next, let me learn chemical properties of water. Water reacts with metals, non-metals and other compounds differently. Water reacts with metals, it can react with metal, it can react with non-metal and other compounds. The most reactive metals are alkali metals. Most reactive metals are alkali metals. They decompose water even cold with the evaluation of hydrogen leaving in alkali solution. See the equation. Na, sodium, metal, reacted with water, hydrolyzed to form sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. The group 2 metals except beryllium react in a similar way but less violently. So similar like that only react group 2 metals except beryllium. The hydroxide are less soluble than those of group 1. See the equation. Barium Ba plus H2O. Water gives barium hydroxide. It also replaces the hydrogen. Some transition metal react with hot water or steam to form the corresponding oxide. Some transition metals react with hot water or steam to form the corresponding oxides. For example, steam passed over red hot iron result in the formation of iron oxide with release hydrogen. So Fe iron plus water H2O gives Fe3O4 plus hydrogen. Lead and copper decompose water only at a white heat. Lead and copper decomposed at white heat. Silver, gold, mercury, platinum do not any effect on water. In the elemental form, the non-metals such as carbon, sulfur, phosphorus normally do not react with water. Okay, gold, mercury, platinum, carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, these and all cannot react with water. Carbon will react with the steam when it is red hot to give water gas CO plus H2. Okay, carbon will react with the steam. It is red hot to give water gas. The halogens react with water to give an acidic solution. Halogen reacted with water to form acidic solution. Example, chlorine form hydrochloric acid. Chlorine form hydrochloric acid. Cl2 plus water gives HCl and HOCl, that is hypochlorous acid. Okay, so the halogen react with water to give acidic solution. It is responsible for antibacterial action of chlorine water and for its use as bleaching purpose it is used. Fluorine reacts differently to liberate oxygen from water. Fluorine liberate oxygen from water. Fe2 plus 2H2O gives HF plus O2. In similar way, compound of non-metal react with water to give acidic or alkaline solution. Non-metals here, carbonate ion hydrolyzed H2O gives carbonic acid HCO3 minus plus OH minus. What is an amphoteric oxide? Amphoteric means acid as well as base. It has the ability to accept as well as donate protons and hence it can act as an acid or base. For example, ammonia. The reaction with the HCl, it accepts a proton from in the reaction with the weak base ammonia, it donates proton. See the equation. NH3 ammonia plus water gives ammonium ion and hydroxide ion. NH4 plus OH minus. HCl dissolved in water, it is split into ions, hydrogen ion and chlorine ion. Water dissolves ionic compound. In addition, it also hydrolyzes some covalent compound. SiCl4 silica tetrachloride is hydrolyzed to form silica and HCl. Phosphorus pentoxide is hydrolyzed to form phosphoric acid. Many salt crystallized from aqueous solution from hydrated crystals. Many salt crystallized from aqueous solution form hydrated salt. The water in the hydrated salt may form coordinate bond or just present in industrial position of the crystals. Example, CrH2O6Cl3, hexaaqua chromium 3 chloride. All 6 water molecules form coordinate bond. See the example, CrH2O6Cl3. Okay. So, all 6 water molecule form coordinate bond. 6 water molecule form coordinate bond. Another one example, barium chloride and 2H2O. Both the water molecule are present in industrial position. Then third one, copper sulfate 5H2O in the compound 4 water molecules from coordinate bond, while the 5th water molecule present outside the coordinate bond. See the diagram. Copper sulfate 5H2O. The diagram, structure of the diagram is copper sulfate 5H2O. How many molecules of water is there? 5 molecules. See there, this is a 1 water molecule, 2, 3, 4. The 4 water molecule bonded. The 5th water molecule present outside the coordination. 5th molecule present outside the coordination. That compound can form intermolecular hydrogen bond with another molecule. That compound is H2O4, SO4, H2O. Next, let me learn hard water and soft water. Very important question. Hard water and soft water. Hard water contains high amount of mineral ions. Hard water contains high amount of mineral ions. The most common ions found in a hard water are soluble metal cations such as magnesium and calcium through ion. Okay, so that cation, magnesium and calcium. Aluminum and manganese may also be found in certain areas. Presence of these metal salt in the form of bicarbonate, maybe sodium bicarbonate or potassium bicarbonate. So, this presence of this metal salt in the form of bicarbonate, chloride and sulfate in water makes water is hard. When hard water is boiled, carbonate of magnesium and calcium present in it gets precipitated. On the other hand, water free from soluble salt of calcium or magnesium is called soft water. Water free from soluble salt of calcium and magnesium is called soft water. The hardness of water is removed by one of the method. The hardness of water of 2 types, temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Let me learn temporary hardness is removal. Temporary hardness is primarily due to presence of soluble bicarbonate. Temporary hardness is primarily due to the presence of soluble bicarbonate of magnesium and calcium. Okay, so that the hardness is due to magnesium and calcium. Magnesium and calcium in presence of bicarbonates. Maybe magnesium bicarbonate and calcium bicarbonate. This can be removed by boiling the hard water followed by filtration. So how to remove hardness? This can be removed by boiling the hard water. Hard water want to boil, then followed by filtration. Upon boiling, the salt decomposes into insoluble carbonate, which leads to the precipitation. It is settled down. The magnesium carbonate thus formed further hydrolyzed to give insoluble magnesium hydroxide. See the equation. CaHCO3 twice calcium bicarbonate. It dissociates to form CaCO3 water and carbon dioxide. Magnesium bicarbonate split into magnesium carbonate, water and carbon dioxide. Again, this magnesium carbonate is hydrolyzed to form magnesium hydroxide and carbon dioxide. How to remove the hardness? So, calcium bicarbonate dissociate to form calcium carbonate. Magnesium bicarbonate also dissociate to form magnesium carbonate. So, magnesium carbonate or calcium carbonate is hydrolyzed to form magnesium hydroxide plus CO2. The resulting precipitate can be removed by filtration. Alternately, we can use Clark's method. Clark's method is used to remove hardness, temporary hardness. Okay, to remove the hardness. Clark's method. In which method? Calculated amount of lime is added to hard water. So, hard water means we know calcium or magnesium present in that solution. So, that calcium and magnesium, it may form carbonate, chloride and sulfate. Okay. So, here in the Clark's method, calculated amount of lime is added to the hard water. The hard water containing the magnesium and calcium. See the equation. CaHCO3 twice calcium bicarbonate plus CaOH twice calcium hydroxide gives CaCO3 plus water. So then magnesium bicarbonate reacted with the calcium hydroxide to form calcium carbonate, magnesium hydroxide and water. Permanent hardness. Permanent hardness of water is due to the presence of soluble salt of magnesium and calcium in the form of chloride and sulfate. It can be removed by adding washing soda. Permanent hardness removed by adding washing soda, which reacts with these metals, calcium or magnesium. Chlorides and sulfates in hard water to form insoluble carbonates. See, metal chloride MCl2 plus sodium carbonate Na2CO3 to form metal carbonate plus sodium chloride. Metal sulfate reacted with the sodium carbonate to form metal carbonate and sodium sulfate. In another way to soften the hard water is by using the process is called ion exchange. Ion exchange method we can use to soften the hard water. Okay. So hardness can be removed by passing through an ion exchange bed like zeolite or column containing ion exchange resin. Zeolites are hydrated sodium aluminosilicate. Zeolites are hydrated sodium aluminosilicate. The general formula NaO, Al2O3, X XSiO2, Y H2O. The number of water molecule X represent 2 to 10, Y 2 to 6. Zeolites have porous structure in which monovalent sodium ion are loosely held and can be exchanged with the hardness producing metal ions. Zeolites have porous structure, small holes are there in which monovalent sodium ions are loosely held by and it can be exchanged with the hardness producing metal ion, may be calcium or magnesium in water. The complex structure can be conveniently represented as Na2Z with sodium as exchangeable cation. Na2Z plus M2 plus gives Mz plus 2Na plus. When exhausted, the materials can be regenerated by using with aqueous sodium chloride. The metal ions caught in the zeolite are released and they get replenished with sodium ions. Mz, that sodium is exchangeable cations, Mz metal plus NaCl2 form Na2Z plus MCl2. Next, let me learn heavy water. See the structure. Na plus is a green atom. Ca2 plus or magnesium is blue color. That atoms in blue in color. That is structure. Next, let me learn hard water and heavy water. Okay, so heavy water D2O. Heavy water is a D2O. Is the oxide of heavy hydrogen. 1 part of heavy water is present. 5000 parts of ordinary water. 1 part of heavy water present. 5000 part of ordinary water. It is mainly obtained as the product of electrolysis of water. D2O does not undergo electrolysis as easily as H2O. So H2O during electrolysis it is split into ions, but D2O does not undergo electrolysis easily. Okay, so that D2O is a colorless, odorless and tasteless. No color, no smell, no taste. There is marked difference between physical properties of water and heavy water. Little difference in normal water and heavy water. Let me learn chemical properties of heavy water. When compounds containing hydrogen are treated with D2O, hydrogen undergo an exchange for deuterium. See the equation NaOH NaOH, sodium hydroxide plus deuterium oxide or heavy water D2O gives NaOD plus HOD. Again that deuterium oxide reacted with HCl to form DCl plus HOD. NH4Cl, ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride reacted with D2O, heavy water, to form ND4Cl and HOD. These exchange reactions are useful in determining the number of ionic hydrogen present in the given compound. Here that hydrogen ion is, number of hydrogen ion is more. Example, D2O treated with hypophosphorus acid. Hypophosphorus acid is a H3PO. It reacted with D2O. So only one hydrogen atom is exchanged with the deuterium. It indicates that it is a monobasic acid. This D2O replaced only one hydrogen from the hypophosphorus acid. So we will get H2DPO2. It is a monobasic acid. It is also used to prepare some deuterium compounds. See the first equation, Al4C3 aluminum carbide plus heavy water gives AlOD tries plus CD4. Calcium carbide reacted with the heavy water to form CaOD twice plus C2 D2. Magnesium nitrate Mg3N2 plus D2O gives MgOD twice Ca3P2. Calcium phosphide D2O CaOD twice PD3. So next let we learn uses of heavy water. Heavy water is widely used as moderator in nuclear reactor. Heavy water is widely used in moderator in nuclear reactor as it can lower the energies of fast neutron. It is commonly used as a tracer to study organic reaction mechanism and metabolic reactions. Okay, this heavy water is used as a tracer to study organic reaction. Then heavy water is also used as a coolant in nuclear reactor. Okay. Second point, it is used as tracer to study organic mechanism. So heavy water is also used as a coolant in nuclear reactor as it absorbs the heat generated.